FutureXcerpts, Mobile World Congress Edition. Great time in Barcelona this year. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of walking. Barcelona in the late winter.
Yeah, that's what you go for, is the walking and the meetings and the sessions and the cool technology. I mean, but some of those days, 8 to whenever. I mean, they're long days. They're exhausting.
They are.
But saw some amazing things. Through some great sessions. Sometimes I thought I was actually there in an artificial intelligence conference. There was a lot of AI talk. A lot of 5G, a lot of VR and AR, a lot of alternate realities, but a lot around content too. So specifically content created by the iPhone 7 right there. So you're welcome, Apple. But yeah, some good things that were actually talked about.
Yeah. So artificial intelligence has been a big buzzword over the past few years everywhere, and now it's starting to creep into the mobile side, mainly people talking about chatbots.
Yeah, a lot of our clients are now asking us, what do we do with chatbots? How do we actually have a customer experience that's driven by a conversational agent? Because, I mean, that's the way I kind of see it. It's like, do chatbots start taking over for web experiences or app experiences? It's things that customers know how to use. They've been texting for 15, 16 years now, if not longer, and they know how to do it. And if we can create a way to create this experience and create conversion opportunities, there's some really cool things there, and AI is just the beginning of that. We'll be able to get into further, understand what we can do with AI and personalization of the experiences and really drive some awesome customer experiences.
Yeah, so we've got all the big data. We need AI to help us decipher what all of that is, and then we can push all that smarts out into mobile, into IoT, et cetera.
Yeah.
So you mentioned content a little bit earlier. So one of the big things this year, as it was last year, was virtual reality and augmented reality. So what I liked this year about it was there weren't just companies there selling their hardware. There were companies, there were brands there that don't have VR hardware that were using virtual reality to help sell or educate about their product.
Yeah. I mean, specifically, Samsung was there again, with their huge VR theme park. And you're a robot stomping on buildings, or you're flying through space, or you're some gyroscope or something. But crazy experience. But what does a brand actually do with that? How do you actually get immersed into this experience for a customer and create something for the brand emotionally? We saw things with Ford, how they were showing off their connected car using VR. Intel had a booth there. They had the HoloLens showing off how they were connecting and how they were using their technology, which is really interesting. But it also helped me understand what kind of content could we create for our clients that could help their customers understand what they actually can provide. So I thought that was really, really interesting.
Well, maybe next year, instead of tethered sets, there'll be mobile VR.
Yeah, I mean, they were still using the HTC Vive in some of them, and so you still had the wire, or saw people with backpacks on. So yeah.
And so I think the other big thing that I kept heard about it last year too, is 5G, right? The great enabler.
Yeah, there were a lot of 5G setups last year, and same thing this year, and same guys like the Ericssons. It'll be here one day. But the first keynote, one of the chairman from Korea Telecom, KT, announced was that they plan on launching it in Pyeongchang in 2018, the Winter Olympics. Which will be pretty amazing if we can get it done that quickly. It's not too far away if you think about it. It's a year and a half. And they're talking partnership with Verizon also. So it's just like, it's an interesting kind of break across the different, across the Pacific. I mean, it's crazy. But then I know a lot of the US-based telecoms are starting to test it now. So once it gets here, the experiences we're going to be able to create, like be able to stream down VR.
That'll be crazy.
And be able to stream an app experience. So now we start seeing this convergence between web and app, where we can create these progressive web applications or something like that, where there's no need to download an app in order to have this amazing experience anymore.
Well, I think it'll be one of those things that'll, even more so than mobile and some of the things that other technologies we have, it'll give us more superpowers with that, because there'll be so much we can do with instant content, just on demand, in that nanosecond. So
download a full movie in 2 seconds. What else can you ask for?
Well, thank you, Scott Smith, Mobile Lead for Moxie. We'll see you later.